Let's go to Revelations 13 and 16 one more time.
This is the book of Revelations, chapter 13 and verse 16. And he calls them all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand.
To take on his policy, his seal, his laws, his attitude around the world. That's why Trump can come in and say, hey, you're going to do what I said, or I'm going to take away my aid, my this, that, and that, or I'm going to come in with military. You're going to do what I said. You're going to receive my mark, my seal, my policy. That's what he's saying. That's what the scripture is saying. Come on.
Or in their foreheads.
Or in their brains, in their minds, in their right hand or in their minds. This is something in your right hand you can buy and sell with. Do you understand? Your Apple, what is it? Y'all got Apple iPhones, right? Apple Pay. What else do you pay with on your phone? Samsung Pay. What else? What else you use? What is it? Hulu. Google Pay. You can go right up to the counter, beep, beep, with your phone, right? And you can pay. This is in your hand, in your right hand, but you must have the mark or the seal or his policies in your mind. You understand what I'm saying? You got to agree with what his policy is. It's in your mind. All right, let's read on.
Verse 17. And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark.
See, save he. You won't be able to buy and sell, save if you agree with this policy. So when SHIT hit the fan, if you agree with this policy, you won't get your phone and go shopping. Because you agree. And you don't get to stitch it. Bishop Yazoo and them over there growing food. You don't get your snitch on. You understand? Because you agree with their policy.
You know, what you're learning is making sure dealing with this seal. Because this mark, what is a mark? Get the definition. Let's deal with it this way. What is a mark? Let's get the definition of mark. So from dictionary.com, mark. One instance is a visible impression or trace on something, as a line, cut, or dent. A badge, brand, or other visible sign assumed or imposed. A symbol used in writing. A sign, usually an X or a cross. An affixed or impressed device. So symbol, inscription. A sign, token, or indication. Now, we're dealing with this mark. Many have the misnomer that there is going to be literally like a chip, credit card, some sort of thing implanting that's the mark of the beast, when that's not the case at all. Everything we're dealing with here in this Bible, we're dealing with this in this context, is going to be spiritual. So just like you're dealing with the sign of the Most High, which we'll get, hold on.
Yeah, so look, check this out, man. According to the Bible, the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, we God's chosen people. Go ahead, check this out, man. We the Israelites. We God's chosen people.
I love that.
All right. Hey, I got a flyer for you. You heard about the Israelites?
No, I'm gonna look out though.
Yeah, we're God's chosen people. So if you need a place to, fellowship and, we'll love for you to swing by, All right. I appreciate it. Nice meeting you. Check this flyer out, man. We the Israelites. We God's chosen people. Yeah. I think it's easy, man. Boss man, here you go. You can check this out. We're the Israelites. God chosen people. Check this out, man. We're the Israelites. We're God chosen people, bro.
Chris, do you have your key? Okay.
Wake up.
Shalom, shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto YAHAWAH, Hashem, YAHAWASHI, Hashem, Quadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to the mighty Akim, Wathim, who are diligently waiting to be delivered from his final captivity, as well as a speckled bird that may look like the other nations, but are actually Yasharallah. This is Brother Kawakub coming at you with another lesson. Today's lesson is going to be on this camp specifically, where number one, I mean, that's kind of like the main thing. I don't really have, I do think that some of their methods are a bit questionable, but I'm not really going to talk about the whole celebrity thing. I primarily want to talk on this, if I can find my mouse. Not the whole MOTB thing, because I feel like this is definitely something that's important to always talk about, because the issue with this is that so many people, they are led to think like, okay, yeah, it's spiritual, and that's the thing, Slaki. That's the thing. I think it's really important to remember that before, I think like maybe 10 years ago, I'll say 10 years ago, that it was like without a doubt, like there was no question about it. Like it was just a matter of, oh, everyone knows that the MOTB is a physical mark and whatnot and stuff like that. But now, like given the times that we're in now, with how crazy things have been, now everyone's starting to say, oh, it's a spiritual mark. Oh, it's this, it's tariff, it's that, or whatever and stuff like that, rather than it being rather than accepting that it is a physical mark. And I really want to get this, because this is, I think I've gone here multiple times before, but I feel like it's just so ridiculous to have to keep on coming back here again and again to revisit this exact same thing, even though the wording is very clear. Revelation chapter 13, verse 16, and he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive an mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Sometimes you're not allowed to say mark. Sometimes you're allowed to, I don't know. But anyway, the thing is that it's very clear. It's saying that if you have the mark, I'll just say mark for now. If you have the mark, you're going to be barred from being able to buy and sell. It said that, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark. So basically, it's going to be an economic, societal necessity. It's kind of like having money. Like the only way you're gonna have access to your money is through the mark. And the thing about that is that we've seen movies where well, not even just movies. So there is also this one, I forgot which country it was. It was a European country. I think it was Switzerland or United Kingdom or something like that, where they basically said that you are not allowed to work, you're not allowed to travel, you're not allowed to something, I forgot, unless you have a digital, unless you register your biometric data. So as a result of that, like these are the precursors, these are the starting points of us actually getting to the point where, okay, well, now the mark is just full on implemented, rather than it being speculated about. It's the belief, it's doctrines, stuff like that. How is it that, and that's the thing you have to understand, how is it that I go to the store and I say, hey, I want to buy some bread and whatnot, and they say, oh, did you sin? Do you follow after do you follow after the government or whatever the freak and stuff like that? And all I have to do is just say yes, I do, and then that means, okay, well, like they don't know if I have the mark or not, because all it is just, did you sin, or do you believe, or do you follow after this train of train of thought, what's stopping me from lying and saying, oh yeah, I just sinned, I ate pork, or I slept with my neighbor's wife just yesterday, so you can let me in, right? I'm good. And it's like, who can fact check that? Who can do all that stuff? Like, it's such a dumb concept that people are just glossing over, rather than actually acknowledging that it literally says in verse 17 that no man might buy or sell. It says buy and sell. Like, this is a major part of the prophecy where if you what's it called, the major part of the prophecy where it says that if you don't accept the mark, you are not going to be able to buy or sell, as in, like, you're basically just not going to be able to participate in society as a whole. Like, you're going to just, like, well, you don't have any food, you don't have any money, or you don't have the proper tools to spend your money. Well, then that's too bad for you, because you're not getting access, you're not getting this food. And then there are going to be people that are going to, steal and stuff like that, resort to cannibalism, and so on and so forth. All right. Now, next, Hosea chapter 4 verse 6, my people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge, because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy power, I will also forget thy children. And this is a major thing, because a lot of different camps are pushing and saying that the mark is not a physical mark, it's spiritual and stuff like that. And even this dude, he was saying that iPhones and phones are the mark instead. And it's so ridiculous to me that people are saying that, because, like, then does that mean that me having a phone, or us having a phone, because there's a very large percentage of people that have cell phones, that means that we all have the mark? Does that mean that we're already dead? We're already condemned to destruction? Like, it genuinely it does not make any sense how people come to these, like, absurd conclusions. All right, so as a result of that, so many people are led astray and they are deceived. But Matthew chapter 24 verse 24, for there shall arise false Mashiachs and false prophets, and shall show great signs and wonders, insomuch that, if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect. Where the thing is that the elect, they're not going to be swayed. They're not going to be what's the word? Confused? Not confused. What's the word? They're not going to be deceived. All right, by this type of deception, because it's so. The Lord opened the eyes of the elect, but blinded. But what's it called? What was the precept? It was a closed. Bear with me one moment. I want to see. Bear with me one moment. What was it? It was whatever. I think my, hold on. Matthew chapter 15 verse 14. I think this is a lot more appropriate. Let them alone, they be blind leaders of the blind, and if the blind lead the blind, both shall fall into the ditch. And that's basically, the ditch is the MOTB, where people think like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go do this, I'm gonna go do that, whatever, and stuff like that. And as a result of that, you have these leaders that are saying that, the MOTB, it's not a physical mark, so you can take this stuff and stuff like that. And the problem with this is that people, there's literal evidence. There's like literal evidence of I saw this one video where I saw a few camps that were basically saying, oh yeah, if you gotta take the thing for your job, just take the V and stuff like that. It's fine. Who cares? Whatever. Like you're not. You don't have to worry about stuff like that. And then people did take it, and I obviously I can't say what happened, but definitely people. There was a big uproar, although the internet will continue to say that, oh yeah, there was no uproar, oh there's this, that, and the third, whatever, complaining and stuff like that. Well, I mean, I really can't really talk about that because that doesn't have anything to do with me, because the call LAWAYA I was able to not have to take that. So anyway, continuing on, 2 Timothy chapter 2 verse 15. So you show thyself approved unto Yahawah, a workman that needeth not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth. And that's basically the thing where you have to study and see like is this backed, is this actual fact and evidence and stuff like that? Am I going to actually listen to this? And you have to be able to study things on your own and to verify, like prove the stuff that you believe, or do you just believe it because someone else is saying that? All right, and that's a very big issue, because people in general, I'll say not just our people, but people in general, they hate studying, even though we are in the age of information where information is readily available to you. You can literally Google, YouTube search, whatever search, damn near anything online in 2 seconds. People still can't, or people don't want to do that. All right. So definitely study on your own. Don't just take my word for any of this stuff. Definitely go check it out yourself, or hell, go read the entirety of Matthew chapter 13 if you want. If that makes you feel better. All right. But Romans 16 verse 17. Now I beseech you, brethren, mark them which cause divisions and offenses contrary to the doctrine which ye have learned, and avoid them. For they that are such serve not our Lord Yahawashi and Mashiach, but their own belly, and by good words and fair speeches deceive the hearts of the simple. And that's the thing where the people, they are easily deceived by these words and by these people saying, oh yeah, you're gonna be fine, it's gonna be good and stuff like that, and false promises. All right, thinking that, oh yeah, I'm just gonna focus on only this thing, you can completely disqualify this because this is not even an issue for you. And that's basically what people are doing, because when it comes to the MOTB, because it is spiritual, people think that, well, when something comes that's going to say you are required to use this in order to pay to buy and sell and whatnot, they're going to think, okay, well, my camp leader told me that the mark was spiritual, so I don't need to worry about this because this is definitely not the mark. All right, so I'm just going to take it, and the mark is just, as long as I don't believe in some other demon and stuff like that, then I'll be fine. All right, but of course that's what is leading people to the destruction. So with that, I pray this lesson was edifying. I'm going to give all honor, glory, and praise unto YAHAWAH, SHAMAIWAN, double honors to the elders and apostles, a great millstone, a Bible ball, and Shalom.